So moves, adds, changes, you know, they really get simplified. One central repository of information. You don't have to be hunting, you don't have to be, these records will be more accurate just because if you're having people that are actually paying for the service, they're more likely, if you have departments, they're more likely to disconnect that service because now it's hitting them in their wallet, right? On the other hand, you don't really want to lose complete control. So how are we keeping control of this whole system? Well, you come in, you populate into the communication system. However, what's authorizing or deauthorizing that extension, that SIP entity? Well, it's money, right? It's your point of sale that activates it. When we said, okay, go to the desk and get your extension activated, that's at the point where you would go to your point of sale. Your point of sale would interface with your Pinnacle database, which would trigger an activation of the actual SIP endpoint. Yes, sir.
How are these interactions made? Are these APIs or?
No, they are actually through ACE. Okay. Now we have a professional services help me out here, branch that actually can tailor this application to your needs.
So this isn't anything that a local programming staff
They could.
Yeah.
They could.
It's a middleware. It's a toolkit.
Oh,
The toolkit is out there for you. So if you know how to integrate with your database, if you know your database well enough, or whatever any other application you have out there, if you know how to tie into it, if your developers know, we give you the tools to bring it into a communication.
So it is kind of like an
business
API with connectors to like Oracle, SQL,
Absolutely.
other kind of databases.
Yeah, and that's done.
So here's what I'd. The best way to think about ACE is you've got this bus that sits in the middle, right, and it's XML. And so when we deliver ACE, let's say you want to do it yourself. You have a toolkit with a bunch of adapters that are already done, and typically the adapters are for your communications infrastructure, be it Avaya or Nortel or Siemens or Cisco or whomever. There's 8 or 9 that are already pre-written. So those plugs are already done. Then you say, hey, I want to go make a call into my Oracle database. I want to make a call into Outlook. I want to make a call into anything because I have some information I'd like to pull together out there. You, using Web 2.0 tools, you write that interface. Here's what's really cool. If you go back some length of time, this was tried by 2 companies that maybe a few of you guys remember, TIPCO and Vitria. And they created this whole iBus game. Remember the iBus? The only problem was if any one thing changed, it impacted the entire ecosystem. So it was painful. Things were not decoupled. In this environment, everything is decoupled. That adapter, like for the Nortel system or the Avaya system, half of it faces Avaya. The other half does the conversion and moves it up onto this bus, onto the container bus, so that I can go from 5.0 to 6.0 to 7.0 to 8.0 or 9.0 or 100.0, whatever the heck it is, on my communication side. It doesn't impact the work you've already done to create your application. That half of the adapter gets rewritten to deal with the change, and that's it. Nothing else gets impacted. So you can take applications that used to take you weeks and months